the Boom Podcast.
The Bloom Podcast.
That shows you how to build an amazing business so you can build an amazing life.
What a voice.
An amazing life.
The Boom Podcast starts now.
Season 3!
Yo, yo, yo.
Season 3, everybody! Holy hand grenade, Batman. What?
You think I can bounce this perfectly to Megan
No.
without hitting anything?
There's
Off
nothing.
of what? Todd's gonna try to bounce a ball. You need to
your
watch on
hand up.
YouTube.
In
He's
a
gonna bounce
studio?
ball in the studio with expensive gear
Okay,
around.
I'm fine. I got
Christian
it.
doesn't care.
I'll tell you a story about this Saturday.
No way.
Yeah.
I say no. Pop up onto the table. Okay, he was successful. I didn't know the ball was that bouncy.
Oh, it's
Yeah, it's extremely bouncy. It may be the bounciest ball.
You hit a
ever
dead
made.
spot.
But it's also not super circular, so to be able to direct it exactly
Maybe
makes
that's-
me nervous.
Is that how it
It's like
gets its bounce? Is to not
octagonal,
be a
but
circle?
way more sides.
We just did like a Dude Perfect
Circle gets a square.
thing. You ever see Dude Perfect?
I don't know what that
that
is.
show makes me so mad.
Well, it
'Cause
makes
I'm
you
like,
mad because you didn't do it.
I didn't
before
do
then.
that.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
so
It's not their
good.
fault that you didn't act on your idea.
I don't know what that show is. Can you get
They
me
do
up to
like
speed?
usually
trick
kids watch
shots
it.
and
Oh.
the kiddies. My
That's
my kids love it.
They
Okay.
got their start doing like shooting a basketball from some other town or some of that. You know,
Okay.
like they've done ones where they flew a plane over and they would drop a basketball down, or a helicopter, or they went up to like the Hoover Dam,
Impossible.
or some dam, and they would drop a ball.
Yeah,
and
they
would
do all
go
these trick
into-
things.
You know, like it may have taken them 1,000 shots,
Right.
But the
But-
one you see is that
yeah,
one.
is that it's
you know?
cool. And they're funny guys. They're
Yeah.
buddies and stuff. So they just they've been making all these videos.
Interesting.
Now
Now they're
yeah.
on tour.
They've got their own. They're on tour.
What?
They've got their own like warehouse where they just come
Yeah.
up with ideas and film
And
these
do
ideas.
stuff. Yeah.
I feel like the warehouse. You know, you've got like Rob.
Well, you need a warehouse.
And
I
like,
want a warehouse.
At
You
the
do
end of
want
the
a
day, you
warehouse.
need
Boom
a
warehouse.
warehouse.
we need the
Yeah.
Boom warehouse.
Absolutely, we do.
Duh.
We've not got a warehouse.
Okay, next step. Could somebody find us a warehouse?
We're gonna need to
Right at this
extend-
moment, I don't care what happens, but
Okay.
I want us to find a super huge warehouse that's completely empty
Okay.
and put this table and us in the middle of it and just
I
get a
love it.
picture.
Done.
All of
One
that for
picture.
one
Yeah,
picture,
yeah.
and then edit it into this sequence.
and we'll put it right
Okay.
here.
Yep.
I will get right on that.
Ting. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna have to extend season 3 because getting a warehouse is gonna be a key piece of your business plan for next year
Yeah.
and beyond. I think you
We
got to
need
get
to do a
serious
whole
about
ep
getting a
on that.
warehouse.
Holly,
Yeah.
can you call all the empty warehouses around town?
All right. So that's good. So
We'll have
we're
it by the end of the episode.
we're efforting that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Okay. To my left is Todd, a trick
Yep.
shot master,
Yep.
rejected
Yep.
member
Yep.
of Dude
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Across
Yep.
the table from me is producer Christian, also rejected from Dude Perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you're not in it. You know.
Right.
So yeah, you're out. To my right is Megan. No, she's rejected from Dude Perfect. Yeah, she's
I
not
didn't
a
even
part
know
of
it
either.
existed until
yeah,
just
so
now.
you were super rejected, and then I, of course, am also rejected. I'm Terry also.
Dang it.
So
The Boom
we,
rejects.
but who are you? I ask, listener. Who are you?
We'd like you to tell us all together on the count of 3.
Okay.
Tell us who you are. Wherever you are, scream it out at the top of your lungs.
Ready? 1,
Yep.
2, 3.
Oh,
Yes.
Holly.
Yep.
Holly.
I knew someone would break the silence. I knew someone would. But if we
trying to
didn't
remember too.
hear you just now, or if your name is not Holly, what if somebody said, "I'm Holly," and then 3 seconds later we all go, "Holly." All right. So if your name is not Holly, email it info@boomrealestatepodcast.com.
That's awesome.
You can also check us out on the social media areas of YouTube. And
Yup.
Yes.
And we're all wearing
yeah.
blue.
And we're all wearing blue. We have the
It's a
trick
weird
shot.
turn of
So
events.
our YouTube channel is really on point. More
That's right.
more on this episode than it has been in a long time. We look
Blue
pretty
in that
good.
shot. It's amazing.
Turn.
Look
We
at all the
look
blue.
good.
It's my tank
You
top
guys can't
underneath.
see it, but there's actually
Yep.
Christian
See?
that has in
Blue.
podcast studio headquarters central, whatever we call this thing.
The warehouse.
He actually has a blue LED light that runs around.
That's
it.
right.
That's pretty nice. See, that's
I
the-
know. That's
Meg,
this one gets what?
That's
Yes,
the
dude?
lighting I want to do on our deck.
Okay, just ask Christian to come over.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Just settle
Hey,
down.
when you're done getting the warehouse, if you could come over and just set
Okay.
up lighting at our
Be
house.
fine.
Holly, do we have the warehouse yet? All right.
Oh,
good.
wow, that was
Oh,
fast.
good.
She's
She is
good.
good.
She is real
Yeah,
good.
we're efforting the blue lighting for Todd and Megan's house now. Okay, welcome back. We are talking in this one. It's called B2B. It's for me.
Can bring my drink back now that Todd's not throwing balls around the studio.
That's right, you can. So last episode we talked about a little bit of networking.
Yeah.
Which who doesn't love a good network?
I know.
When you have the opportunity, you put on some dance music and you network it up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
If we are good at one thing, it's networking.
It is. So in this episode, Megan, we're shifting the focus a little bit.
We're getting
It's
crazy.
related,
Yep.
but it's not identical to what we just talked about. We're
Yes.
talking about the B2B, business to business networking in this conversation.
Yes. So last episode was all about networking in general and how that can be a huge lead gen source. But because business to business networking is kind of its own beast within networking.
Yeah.
And it's so fruitful for agents. We wanted to do a whole episode on how to dive into that because it is a different animal than just networking in general. So we are going to do that today. We're going to talk about how it's really beneficial to be networking with other businesses that are like-minded and they have the same goals as you do. And it's just super mutually beneficial. So we're going to dive into why this can be a cornerstone of your lead generation plan.
I love it. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about those different areas to do that. We also have another sponsor. Obviously, we'll get to that. We're going to have a tech tip, I believe, from producer Christian. Which
time
is
for
no, not yet, not yet. Stop it.
Not time. Not time.
Sorry, I got
right.
excited.
Yeah. Let's look at
Exciting
this. I'm
times.
looking now. It looks
That's
like
what
we're
I
going to
thought.
have kind of 6 key points in this episode.
Yep.
So let's say after number 3, we'll hear from producer Christian.
It'll be a
Okay.
good natural
And as
break.
far as the sponsorship goes, you just never know. All right. So, but we're starting with you, Todd, with the first area that we want to discuss.
Yes, B2B, back to life, back to reality.
Yeah. There
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
Remember that song?
Yeah.
Yep.
You used
Good.
to sing that song a lot.
Back to
Yeah. Yeah,
life.
you'd sing it a bunch.
I would sing that a lot. All right, so this is what we're talking about. We're going to be talking about networking in business organizations. This makes sense for business to business networking. You're going to market with other business organizations, networking events. These are things like BNI, Chamber of Commerce, real estate organizations, women in business, young professionals groups, local networking groups. Google it. Just
Bing it. Oops.
Bing it. Sorry.
Bing
Friend of the
it.
podcast.
Go through, make
Bing.
sure you bing.
I like that sound a lot. That's one of my
Makes me
favorite.
happy, yeah.
Make sure you bing just business to business or business networking organizations, and you will see a whole multitude. Now, give to receive. That's number one hint for you. Make sure that you are a giver and that you are there with those intentions. Okay, and if you're we're in a BNI group, you heard us talk about that the last episode. Their philosophy is givers gain, which is the truth. If you are giving, if you're out there and you're saying, I'm going to work hard to help you out, what will happen is retroactively people will be like, dang, they're working really hard for me, man. I'm going to have to give him some business, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're going to work hard for you. All right. And then second, work hard. Don't just go there and be very like topical. What's that called where you just skin
Surfacey?
deep or surfacey? Yeah.
Surface level?
Yeah. You need to get deep. All right. We're talking epidermal.
Oh.
All right. I want you to get under the skin.
Subdermal.
So, yeah.
Subdermal. Oh, yeah. Epi's on the top, isn't it? Subdermal. I used to be a science teacher. All right. So,
Not anatomy, though. You're fine.
That's why you're in real estate now.
That's awesome.
they say those who can't can go into real estate.
That's right.
So we want you to work hard, build those relationships, go there often, be there on a consistent basis, and make sure that you are networking in those groups. And then outside of those too, do some one-to-ones, get to know them outside of the business side, outside of those meetings, and really develop those relationships. Go the extra step is tip number 3. When we say go the extra step, it means like, what else could you be doing to help that growth? If you're in the networking group, could you take an active role? Could you be a leader?
Right.
Could you be a president? By the way, the most business that I ever receive when I am in a networking group like BNI is when I am in a leadership role, and specifically when I'm president. So-
When you're in front of people every
and
meeting.
by the way, anybody in a BNI group, the best position is president because you don't do all the work. Like you delegate, and then everybody still looks at you like, man, I need to give him business. Like people bought extra homes just
That's
to
really
befriend
bought
me.
him.
That's selfless.
Just like,
They're giving, though. They're giving to receive.
there, see? There you go. And then lastly, follow up often. It doesn't stop at the end of the meeting, it continues forward. You need to make sure you follow up. If you didn't listen to our last podcast, we talked all about the follow-up. That is, the proof is in that pudding.
Yeah.
I would say, though, when it was business-to-business networking in any of those groups, the relationships that yielded the most referrals and long-term business were definitely the ones that I went out of my way to meet with one-on-one outside of that group. Because then we really got to build a relationship, and I really got to know how I could help them, and then we had that bond, and then it went farther. So I'd say if you're in one of these groups too, make an effort, like Todd said, go the extra step outside of the group too.
I usually ask 2 questions. So I was in a mentor position for our group this last year, and when somebody's struggling, I would look at their numbers and like they're not doing as well as they probably could be doing, and I meet with them, and I'd say the 2 questions I'd always ask is how often are you meeting people outside of the group, and then how often are you giving them referrals?
Yeah.
And if
That's
you were
good,
doing neither of those, then I was like, well, you're not going to do anything.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay.
So
All right, so
good.
that's number 1. That is business organizations. Megan, let's move on to number 2.
All right, number 2, volunteer organizations. So, whoa, I almost broke my
you
computer.
That's
with
why
the
the Dude Perfect
moon
rejected
ball.
you.
No,
You dropped it on
Butterfingers.
their laptop.
Dude, imperfect.
Oh, Todd. Todd. Oh man! Now you're red, man. That made you all the way red. You're
It was like
Getting a
a
little dizzy.
lack of
Worth it for the
oxygen.
joke.
Under that.
Oh man! Wow, that escalated. Okay.
Yep.
Dude,
Okay,
imperfect. He loved
okay.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
What was
that
I
an
talking
awkward
about?
moment of the day?
No, it's fine.
We've
No,
been
you're
so
good.
good
I'll let
so
you know.
far in this
So we haven't had
episode.
any this season, have we?
Yeah, we had one.
I
Yeah,
I
we
think
had one
early
in the
on we
season,
really
yeah.
marred the season, but so far
The show
lately
is-
we've been really good. The last
The show
few
has really
episodes.
helped us grow.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we
Nice to
really.
meet each other now. I noticed you play the jingles to yourselves when we're in social situations. You sing them to each other.
friends do it.
Or other, you know, the fear of the sounder really helps
Yeah.
us get along and
That's good.
motivates us.
Operant conditioning.
Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, it was a volunteer organization. So they're a business too. They're a nonprofit, but it's also an organization that you can get involved in and network with to pass referrals, and you can help each other. So anytime you can give back, that's a bonus too, and you're giving to them, and then they're gonna give back to you. So what's really smart about volunteer organizations is most of the people that are in and involved in volunteer organizations work really hard. And they know how to network because that's what they literally are doing that to collect profit or money and donations and doing fundraisers. So they work really hard and they're very well networked. So that's a great place, strategically it's a great place, but then also just to fill your cup. So just make sure when you're picking those organizations, pick something that means something to you. And again, just like Todd said, try to be someone in the group that you're helping out and you're looked to as a leader in that organization. So
You want to find somebody that would be really good in real estate, find somebody that was really good at
man.
nonprofit. Like,
it's tough,
They're out
man.
there selling like, we just need you to give us money.
Yeah.
But
they're
for a
good at it.
cause.
And yeah,
Or a former science teacher.
Or a
also
former
good.
Disgraced
Either or.
science teacher.
Love it. All right. Number 3, numero tres. Trey. Just making up my own sounds at this point. All right.
going on?
We need to do real estate related fields. So who do you work with on a regular basis? This could be carpenters, painters, inspectors, contractors, electricians, home designers, lenders, insurance people, home inspectors.
Whoa.
I think I already said that. They all are, you are feeding them a lot of business. Typically we're the rainmakers for them, but that doesn't mean that you should just be expecting them to give back because a lot of times they don't understand how they can give back. So you need to be networking with them on a regular basis, all right? And again, we start by giving, so you give to receive. But if you're giving them good service and then you're meeting with them and just saying, hey, because a lot of them are like, they think this is like, especially if it's a contractor, they might not have that sales-oriented mind. So they might not think about the fact that like, I should be listening for life changes. And if I know of a life change, that might be somebody that needs a realtor. So I'm going to send them your way. So you need to teach the people, all right? Don't just feed them, teach them. And then... Yeah. All right. Pervade.
Just feed them, teach them.
And then one of the best things you can do about any referrals, whether they're coming from these people or not, but anytime you get a referral, you better give the best service because there's nothing that will stop your referral source from giving you referrals than when they hear complaints about you. And it's the same thing. Like when I have contractors that work for me and I get complaints, I'm like, Oh, well,
Right.
is this a good relationship to have? So,
Right.
So it's very scary. Can be. And then lastly, if you don't have this, like a lot of these people we just talked about, a lot of them are in my BNI group that I go to. But if you don't have a BNI group, or if you don't have something like that, why not create your own home team?
Yeah.
That's just all these partners, all these vendors that you work with, and then you can create referral sources for them. But then you start bringing them together to network as well.
Yeah.
And now they're creating relationships, and then all of a sudden you're having this cohesive unit that's just able to take off and do a bunch of business together. So that's the way to do it.
I love that. I think that probably the home team, these real estate related fields, are probably one of my favorite places to network business to business, because you speak the same language, you've got the similar goals, but they really are out. Like, we have a painter, we have a contractor that are out in people's homes, and they're getting ready to list, or they're, when you're in somebody's home, they start telling you a lot of things.
Right.
So like Todd was saying, if they know to be listening for you, they're great referrals, and then you pass them through this home team and give them great service, and you're like this team. But man, it is like a golden goose of referrals.
Yeah.
So.
And you get a lot of synergy working with all the same people on a consistent basis. I like that.
And it
Good
helps
stuff.
your clients too, because at some point you're going to have an inspection response that you need good people to come help with. You're going to have somebody getting their house ready to sell, and you need to get them good vendors to be out to their house. So really, you also become a source of a resource.
Yeah.
Source of a
You become
resource for vendors.
Yeah, the one-stop shop, right?
Yep.
So that's good.
It's all good.
Okay, well, let me recap. It feels like recap time. So far,
Yes.
B2B, it's for me. We've talked about doing that in the context of business organizations,
Yes.
That's one.
volunteer organizations,
That's two.
and then real estate related fields, your quote-unquote home team.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah? Okay, so that's good. We're halfway through, which means it's time for...
It's time for a It's a tech tip.
Yes, it is! You got that right.
I'm so excited.
You got that right, Christian.
Pumped up.
We too are excited. Is this is the second tip of the
Of the
season?
season?
Something's
Second?
coming out of his pocket.
right.
He's
I have
always got a
something.
toy.
Something
I have
just came
something.
out of his pocket.
This is the latest and greatest from Apple.
Oh,
This is the iPhone 3G.
What? Wait, what?
So this has internet on it. Feel the rounded shape. I'm going to pass this around.
What is this?
That's an iPhone 3G.
Look at this. Look at
This
how
is the
things-
hottest phone from Apple
Look
right
how
now.
things have changed.
Yeah.
You gotta check this out, Terry.
Hold on. I'm
has
glad
the-
we're passing it around.
It has the 30-pin charger on the bottom.
Yes.
Remember that? The headphone jack, which is
Yeah.
gone.
What?
That's the second phone from Apple.
No, it's not.
It is.
Was it really this small?
It was that was the better one.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So trivia: the
It-
3G was the second phone. There was no
Wow.
2.
At 6 is when it got big again, right? iPhone 6 is when
I think
it
5
got...
it got long.
Oh, 5. The
Yeah.
5. I forgot about 5.
Yeah. This is
That
not
is
the, this
so
is,
small.
It's not the tech tip.
Christian.
It is adorable.
Okay, here's the tech tip.
Wow.
Okay, enough of that.
Oh.
All right, this is a little thing I came across. This is a charger, and it charges battery bank to charge your phone. You guys are familiar with these, right? Charge it, and then it's got a battery, and it charges your phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I like about this one, it is a QI device. You guys
Okay.
know
And
what
by the
that
way,
is?
if anybody's
No.
listening at home and they're not watching on YouTube, he's holding up a rectangular thing that looks almost like a cell phone.
When you put it on, when you the suction cups, charges
What?
the phone. Wireless charging.
What if you don't have a
What?
phone that does wireless charging and still does it?
Then you're out of luck. But if
Okay.
you have an iPhone X or later, and I think all the Samsungs do
It's
it,
the 8. 8
Does
does
it
it
do it?
also.
Does
Yeah.
it?
I guess try it. It has to be out of
Okay.
the. I'm going to pass this around.
Oh, yeah. We'll pass
Does
it
this
around.
is this like a so he's right now passing around what again looks like a cell phone?
Yeah, it does.
And we're gonna connect
has little
these
suction
two.
cups on it.
It's got little
Wow.
suction cups.
Bigger
If you
than
can't
this.
see it, it's a little bit bigger than the iPhone 3. The one catch on this that I'm nervous about is this just a secret spy tool where he's like, look, it'll charge your phone.
Oh,
Takes all your
no.
data.
Secretly taking all my data.
So what's this
I
called?
need to do this.
A wireless?
Well, any device that has
No, I
what's
can't
called
tell.
QI or
Yeah.
QI will charge it wirelessly. I think you're supposed to have one in your car.
I
No way to know
am.
if
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm supposed
But
to.
I think most people that are Apple people probably don't know that they have wireless charging because there really is not an Apple wireless charger.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
really give you one. So it's not great. I mean, it doesn't do it fast.
You just said it wasn't on, Todd.
Oh, maybe that's why I didn't charge it. I didn't want to tell Christian, but it wasn't charging my phone.
Did you just say it's not that good?
It's okay. I mean, like, it doesn't do it fast. You have to put it on the back. Well, I don't know. You have to, I guess.
Wow. So you charge this device up like at night or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you can take it with you wirelessly and charge your phone.
Yeah.
This is nice, and I can still use my phone easily
Right.
too.
Or you could charge somebody else's phone out the top with a wire while you're charging yours
That's
wireless.
so exciting.
Okay, but you say what are the cons to this?
So the downsides are it's not fast.
Okay,
And the other
but these usually aren't that fast, though, are they? Like those little.
the wired ones are pretty quick, but that one, the wireless just isn't that fast. The protocol just doesn't support fast charging. But like I said, you can always charge it with wire.
Interesting.
But the Qi thing is interesting. I don't know that it's a game changer.
Yeah.
One of the problems with it, one of the things I like about this particular one is if you're off just a little bit, it won't charge. So if you have one by your bed and you set it like that, you
just
can
lay
wake
it on
up
it,
the
yeah.
next morning. It's not
It's
charged.
still charged.
But the suction cups kind of get rid of that.
I do
problem.
like the suction cups. We'll link to it in the show notes and the average retail price. Actual retail
that was
price.
free. Somebody gave it to me. My
like
wife.
a-
But I'd say probably, I would say a Qi charger or Key, however you pronounce it, is probably 30 or $40.
Oh, that's
And you can buy them anywhere.
I'm on Amazon right now, and they're about $30.
But I don't want to
Okay.
hype them because they don't solve all your problems, but they're nice to have.
All right,
Yeah.
let's close up the
A
tech tip,
convenience. Very
Christian.
good.
If we could just shut
Hey.
down that.
Very nice.
It's a tech tip.
So this tech tip in particular, he's not super pumped about. He's like, "Here's a tip."
It's good.
That's okay.
fine.
He's like,
Yeah.
"It's fine." Okay. Well, and that's what we strive for.
Well, I wanted to cover
here at the
wireless-
Boom
Just
podcast
okay.
is
Yeah.
mediocrity of content.
I wanted to
Trying to-
cover wireless charging because a lot of people talk about it. I want to make sure that you temper it with the truth.
You are tapped into the
At
zeitgeist.
some point, I'm going
my
to
friend.
have a smart person like yourself tell me how the heck wireless charging works. Not
Oh,
today.
Not today.
witchcraft and sorcery, mostly. I
You'd
would
be
say.
asleep before I got
Smoke and
started.
mirrors.
All right, so we're 3 of our 6 ways through on B2B. It's for me, and let's go to Megan for number 4. Megan, what up?
Oh, yeah. This one's just a fun little one, a little quickie. Basically, this is well-networked businesses. So this is kind of like when we did the Sphere podcasts at the beginning of this season. What
The only thing we have to sphere.
The
is
only thing that's
Sphere
sphere is
itself.
sphere itself. Yep.
Parts
Such a
one,
good-
parts 1 and 2.
Such a good title. Oh, they're so good. But in that, we talked about how you have VIPs in your sphere. And so this is all about having VIP businesses that aren't in the home team and they're not in your business networking organizations. They are just people that when you look at different businesses out in the community that are well networked and talk to a lot of people throughout the day and build good relationships, this is one of them. So it's people like the hairdresser, the local auto repair shop that's friends with everybody and knows everyone, the dentist, that talks to everybody, the dental hygienist, that's the one that gets all the juice in the back, like you need to know these people and be networking with these people because they can really be a golden goose for you. So this one is finding some strategic VIP businesses. Find out how you can help them because it might not be as easy as the home team, like a natural referral source, but a hairdresser, it's easy for me to say, get my hair done there. And then when people ask me, I refer, him or her business and then they refer back. You just have to ask for it and be giving. So it might be a little harder to think of these and to find a way to network with them, but it is so worth it because these can be golden geese.
Nice. I like
love
that.
a golden goose.
That's good.
Yep.
All right, 2 more, Todd. Let's move along to you, my friend.
Speaking of golden goose,
Oh, boy.
it's time for our sponsor.
Oh, yeah. Let's get
Oh,
to it.
right.
That's
Yeah, let's get to it.
right. We
Finally
in-
making some money here on the show.
nope,
No,
nope, still
Nope, no money?
No,
this
our
is
model is
pro
not
bono.
Is that fancy for free?
Is pro bono? Is that only apply to like law?
No, do you like for
Is
dental?
anything?
Anything
can be
can
pro
be.
Dentists
bono?
and doctors
We
do
could-
pro bono.
What does
work.
pro bono mean? Somebody bing that bad boy. It's got to have a Latin origination.
I'm on it, Todd. I'm on it.
Are you going to wait or are you just going to go ahead and talk?
Let's wait. Let's have a.
Oh, I thought he
Just
meant like I'm on it.
awkward
Like I got
silence.
it.
Oh no, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay, so as he's looking that up, just a reminder that we are helping sponsors or companies out by they can sponsor our show for free. This is our way. We're talking about giving versus receiving. So we are giving back to these companies. We are helping them get past that threshold that's so hard for new businesses.
Todd, can I interrupt?
Yes.
I think, Terry, do you
Oh, do we have it?
I do have it. Yes.
Okay.
It's the entire phrase in Latin is pro bono publico, which means for the
What?
public good. Again, it's pro bono publico.
How come nobody ever says
Is that
that part?
authentic pronunciation?
No.
Yes,
how come
Christian.
That's the best part.
Yes, Christian, it's
Not even at
authentic.
all.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an authentic pronunciation, Christian.
Never ever see an attorney say that.
you
Like,
don't.
I'm going to work for you pro bono publico.
Yeah.
Publico.
Yes. How else would you say it,
I don't know.
Christian?
I just want
So for the public? Is
just
that what
ask
it
a
means?
question. Jeez.
For the public good.
Oh, there you go. See?
Pass
Little do we know.
publica.
And if you leave off the public, it's just for the good.
It's just for good.
For good. I'm going to work
Or
for you
just good.
for good.
Okay.
All right, so this is Pro Bono Publico sponsorship.
That's right.
Read.
Mid-show
In the
read.
middle
Here we
of
go.
the show.
Are psoriasis, shingles, acne, chafing, cold sores, and or jock itch keeping you down? Worry no more. With Bubba's Butt Cream, you can attack it all. Say goodbye to what's ailing you and hello to Bubba's Butt Cream. Go to bubbasbuttcream.com and enter promo code Boom Goes the Itch. Bubba's Butt Cream. It's not just for butts no more.
You know, about time we had a good butt cream out there.
Seriously.
the heal all. I mean, gosh. Thank God for
not
this
happy.
sponsor.
Christian's not happy about this one.
Fix it and
Yeah, we had a
post.
tech tip. Things were going good.
My original sponsorship
We were on
was
number 3 out of 4. We were almost there. And
my original sponsorship was going to be Christian's Butt Cream.
we did have the
I
alliteration
didn't know how
going.
you'd
Producer Christian's butt cream.
a little side hustle.
A little side hustle.
Christian's Butt Cream.
PCB. You got some of that PCB on you?
You know me. See what I did there?
We've got it all planned out, Christian. The marketing is
I
done.
do have a quick point of order.
Well, we poured points of order in the middle.
Yeah. Well, while we're on pronunciation, Christian,
Okay.
did you say chafing?
Chafing.
Wait, say it again.
Chafing.
Chafing, shh, like that?
Or is it chafing?
I always say chafing.
Oh, I've always said chafing.
You say chafing?
Yeah.
What do you say, Megan?
I don't know. I have to think about it. I feel like both make sense
You just
now.
went for a run in jeans.
I'll bing it.
Well, we talked about that a lot
You
back
had
in the
some
volleyball
serious...
day.
Wait, hold on.
Well, see, now I feel like you said-
Chafe. Yeah, it's
Is it chafe?
It's chafe.
There's
I
no
don't know.
S.
I don't think it has a hard ch.
It
I'm
does.
going with chafe.
I think it's chafing too, but I feel like saying it chafing doesn't. It didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that, but chafing.
Either way, Bubba's is the one you want, right?
Chafing.
Bubba's, yes.
Well, now I don't know.
Look for it in the which aisle?
I think that's in the
Aisle 7.
cereal. I'm not sure. I don't shop much.
Toothpaste aisle.
Is it the toothpaste?
Shop much.
All right, I feel like we should probably need to move on.
Yeah, we do.
really
Yeah.
quickly.
Okay.
Really quickly
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Chafe.
All right, let's wrap this thing up. We got 2 points left here.
Let's
Number
do it.
5 is relocation. Are you networking with people outside of your area? You should.
Yeah.
All right. Your brokerage probably has some relationships. Could you be networking with other brokerages? Could you be networking with the people that your brokerages know? What about the personal relationships of people that you know outside of your area? Are you networking with those people? Are you basically working all the angles?
Yes.
You need to.
This
if
is
not.
this is a good one. Like relocation. A lot of brokerages have these relationships with big businesses in your city. You know,
Yeah.
the hospitals, the Amazons, all these places that you could be
Yep.
networking with to be able to be part of their HR process when somebody relocates and gets
Yeah.
a job there. You are the agent to go to help them around the area.
Well, and think about it this way too. You are listening to 3 active realtors in the Indianapolis market. We have people that are constantly moving out from no, just kidding. But we do have a lot of people that are moving in and out of this area, and we love to form relationships, especially with those that we are, our active listeners and people that are hanging out with us. So if you are an active realtor out there, you should hit us up. Let us know where you're at, and let's develop a relationship, and let's send business back and forth. Yo.
Pro bono.
Pro bono publico.
No.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to recap because we're going to the last one.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
We've talked about B2B with business organizations, volunteer organizations, real estate related fields, other well-networked businesses like hairdressers, dentists, things like that, and relocation. And there's one more. Go, Megan.
Boom. Geographically networking with businesses. Now, let me break that down.
What does that mean?
Here, this is so exciting.
going
So
on there?
think
Big word,
about
geographically.
we keep going back during all of these potties about when you're finding lead gen sources to do it geographically, to be farming where you want to work. So this is the same thing. Wherever the circle is on the map of where you want to do your business, what are the businesses that are in that area? Okay. Those you're going to say, I'm going to purposely network with them and build relationships. So one thing you can do is highlight that business. So if you have a blog, highlight them on there. Todd, Terry, and I all do videos with local businesses in our area that highlights them. Ours is called Our Town. Terry does
Around the South Side.
Around the South Side. All these things that you can do to put them out in the public light and help promote them, and therefore you're going to build this relationship and they're going to want to help you too. But it's selflessly posting and promoting great businesses in your geographic area. The other thing is you can give them your business. So like on Saturday mornings, we go to a local donut shop a lot of times and we give them our business, and they know our kids and we know them, and we put comments on social media about them because they're a great local business. So get in there and get to know those people. And lastly, we've got a real great friend of the podcast. I don't know if she'd really claim us, but Katie Clancy out in Boston. Dang it. Every time you want to do it, I mean, you want to do it, but it just never sounds good. Cape Cod, even better.
She's a minority investor in Bubba's Butt Cream.
She is?
Yep.
You know what? She's so great. Then I will buy the butt cream. No, Katie Clancy had this great idea. Remember, one of the times we saw her speak, she was talking about how she gets a lot of clients that are moving to the Cape, and that's, her area. And so she's gone to all the local businesses and gotten coupons and free scoops of ice cream. And I think even at a bar there, they have created this drink. I think it might be called the Clancy or something.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
And, at so she sends these new people in town on a scavenger hunt through the town to get to know all these businesses.
Awesome.
And I think at the end they get a free shot at this bar or something. But what a fun idea that you are promoting their business to all the new people coming to town. So they love that. Your clients love that. And now you have just a lot of happy, feelings
And
out
Katie
there.
is irresistible. When
She's,
you meet her.
really.
Cool
She's
lady.
the best.
Yeah. She asked you to do something. You're like,
Yeah, sure.
Please, can I do that for you?
I want to go take a shot with her.
Do you think that would backfire if you had like a local drink that you tell your clients, like, listen, if you ask for the
Ferris.
hot toddy, which that doesn't work obviously because it's already taken, but if they go in and they say that by name,
How
then
about the Todd Hottie?
the Todd Hottie, there you go.
Todd
If
Hottie
they all
Hottie.
order the Todd Hottie, then all of a sudden they get the drink for free, and they just keep like a tab that you eventually have to pay them back on. But do you think that, like, especially if you're building in a pretty good geographic area, everybody's just drinking Todd Hotties. Like,
They're walking in
oh, your bill is getting real chintzy.
They wear different hats.
Yeah.
I'm here for the Toddy Hottie.
Different voices. I like it. All right, there they are. The ways to B2B. It's for ye. And you should get after it. That's 2 great episodes. Will you actually take the content and do something with it? We have given you the blueprint for how to do networking, both in general and then specifically B2B. Now it's time for you to go do something. Let us know what you're doing. info@boomrealestatepodcast.com. And keep us posted, even on the social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can see Todd's trick shot from the beginning if you go to YouTube and subscribe so you don't miss any other trick shots that we do in our pursuit of the perfect notoriety level, I guess. We'll see you next time on the Boom Podcast. Goodbye, everyone.
Give a shot.
It's a tech tip.
Tip. I'm going to bounce it back.
Oh, you're going to bounce it back? Oh, man.